Yo, what is up guys? So we're going to be taking a look at a few new Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming into the game, but more importantly, there are a few announcements for some new cards. We don't have the full effects of them yet, but what's really important here is Mistress of the Time Goddess, which is a spell card. We actually covered that card on a video I did recently. It's titled Most Broken to Overpowered Anime Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and what it does is that card gives you a second battle phase. Now, some of these effects we don't know the full effects of yet, but Mistress of the Time Goddess is going to be a real Yu-Gi-Oh card. It actually was hyped up, but it says that cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. That's part of the effect, but you're also going to be able to get that second battle phase. Now, this is the part that we don't know. It has quite a bit of text implying quite a number of restrictions and conditions. So we don't know what you have to do to get that second battle phase, but your opponent can't respond to it. So that's pretty dirty, but I don't know, maybe it's going to be like you got to have a certain amount of life points or pay a bunch of life points, but at that point it doesn't matter because you're going to end the game anyways. But that card is going to be real, guys. So it's an update to, of course, the announcement, because they definitely hyped this up. I hope that they're not overhyping it and it's going to be unplayable. But there are a bunch of other cards that are going to be coming out in the game. This was actually shown off during the live stream, but again, they didn't reveal the full effects yet. So we're going to go over some of the other effects. So they are going to add more Valkyrie stuff. There's actually a few cards that are Valkyries. But anyways, Valkyrie Brunhilde is a new card that says just if it's summoned, you get to add any Valkyrie, so it's a searcher. Then we have Goddess Scold's Oracle. Adds Godess Brunhilde's guidance from the deck to the hand once per turn. And also rearrange the top 3 cards of the opponent's deck, which could be good for a lot of different decks, alright? We have options for spirals, you can Gishkis, the Diviner. There's a lot of cards that, like, you know, you reveal the top card of your opponent's deck if you call it right, or if it's the right monster, spell, or trap. There's a lot of options here. But there's also Goddess Brunhilde's Guidance, which adds Goddess's Urd's Verdict from the deck to the hand once per turn. Predict the card type of the card, monster, spell, or trap. He reveals Pot Agreed, then sets it on the field if called correctly. So I guess you get to predict the card. It's again, it's like Gishki, Diviner, or it's like, what is it, Convulsions of Nature. That could also be technically part of the Goddess. I don't know if they're going to be making it kind of an archetype being the Goddesses, but it's a bunch of update to some of the Goddess cards. These got announced a long time ago, again, with Mistress of the Time Goddess, but I hope these are going to be actually good cards. But anyways, we have the Goddess's Urd's Verdict, so you guess the name of the face-down card, and if you guess it correctly, banish it face-up once per turn. I want to say maybe it's like a continuous thing. And then there's also an effect where Valkyries cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, so that's not too bad. Definitely a great card. Not being able to be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Obviously only by battle. Then we have Hidden Village of Ninjutsu Art Training. So some, oh, that's that ninja support? I actually didn't read all of these cards, by the way. This is my first time checking them out as well. So it's a new field spell. It says each effect is name-based once per turn. It says if a ninja monster is summoned, target a ninja monster or a ninjutsu card in the graveyard and add it to your hand. The second effect is if a ninja monster or a ninjutsu art card was destroyed by battle by card effect, you get to banish a ninja or ninjutsu art in your graveyard. Hey, that is good. Banishing a ninja sometimes cannot be ideal, because as far as I'm aware of, most of the ninjas are light and dark, so it can work with some of the new chaos stuff, so that's pretty cool. Then we also have another new ninja card, Ninja Grandmaster Saizo, as a link monster. Whoa, ninjas get a link monster? We got once per turn, set one ninjutsu art spell and trap directly from the deck. Monsters this card points to cannot be targeted or even attacked. Wow, that's pretty good. Obviously, you just be attacking him. They didn't specify the stats on here, but once that information comes out, guys, make sure you are subscribed and got that notification bell, and I'll let you guys know the effects. In fact, these are probably going to be revealed within the next couple days with, like, the artwork and stuff like that. But anyways, that's pretty cool. Then we have Valkyrie Yugioh. 1900 attack. When this card is summoned, destroy one monster on the field. Pretty solid attack. Don't know the stats as far as defense, as well as what level it is. But we have a new, oh, there's another ninja, yellow ninja. 1900 attack. When this card is normal, I think it's because they're not positive if it's normal. Or a normal summon special one ninja from your hand. It's okay. In fact, some of the ninja, like the early ninja support, like the Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, oh gosh, that makes that a little bit more viable, but still, it's any ninja, so that is definitely good. It's not like restricting you in any way. And then we have Ride of the Valkyries, which is a normal spell card that says special summon up to 5 Valkyrie monsters from your hand to your side of the field. you know, you could just play pendulums at that point, right? During the end phase of this turn, all special summon monsters are summoned by this effect are shuffled in the deck. And then it says, banish this card from the graveyard to add Mischief of the Time Goddess from the deck to the hand. If you summon 3 or more monsters with effect, you cannot lose life points until your next end phase? Wow. That's interesting. And they don't even have to, like, get the effect where they go back. Like, obviously, if you're going to special summon 5 Valkyrie monsters, right, with this Rite of the Valkyries, you're definitely going to be link summoning like crazy, right? And there's no restrictions as far as, like, you can only special summon certain things or you can't get your battle phase, but it is from the hand. But maybe some of them have very high levels and are a little bit more difficult to get out, so that makes it more viable. But, I mean, making it so you cannot lose life points, there might be some interesting, like, play with this card specifically, because it says you can't lose any life points. Maybe someone can figure out some type of deck that can pull off some condition where it's like both players take a bunch of damage or they lose a lot of life points, but it won't matter because this is, you just can't lose your life points. It's not just by your opponent's battle phase or something like that. That's interesting. Alright. Then next up we have Valkyrie Brunhilde. 1800 attack. Brunhilde gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls. Okay. Mission of the Time Goddess. We already went over that. This is the card that everyone is like hyped up about and wants to talk about. But again, we don't have that effect yet of how we are restricted by it. Like, you know, you can, you know, maybe you can't control more than 2 monsters or like there's some restrictions on it. But I like that your opponent cannot respond to it. That's pretty good. And then we have Valkyrie Drit, 1000 attack, gains 200 attack for each banished monster. Oh, that's actually not too bad. For some of those decks that want to play, obviously the new Thunder Dragons can banish quite a bit as well. I'm not sure if that would like even work in that deck, but I've seen a lot of just banished decks in general. But it's only banished monsters, so I would assume that they need to be face up. But anyways, still got some more cards. These ones we actually do have the artwork. So we have Salomon Great Falco over here. And then anyways, so Salomon Great Falco is a level 4 Fire Cyber's effect monster with 1200 attack, 1600 defense points. It says you can only use one effect of Salomon Great Falco once per turn. The first effect says if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to target one Salomon Great spell or trap in your graveyard. Set that card on your side of the field. Okay. The second effect says while this card is in the graveyard, you can target one Salomon Great monster you control except for itself. Return that monster to hand if you special summon this card from the graveyard. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we also got another new card. This is Galaxy Cleric. So it's a level 4 light spellcaster effect monster. And anyways, 1500 attack, 600 defense points. It says you can use one effect of this card's name per turn. The first effect says you can target one photon or galaxy exceed monster you control. Attach this card in your hand to it as material. The second effect says if this card is normal or special summoned, you can target a total of 5 and or photon galaxy cards with different names in your graveyard, shuffle them all to the deck, and draw 2 cards. Oh, that's literally pot of avarice for photons. Okay, that's definitely kind of cool. But anyways, I'm more excited about these Goddess cards because, I mean, they have some insane effects. Special summon 5 monsters. I know at that point it's basically just pendulums, but obviously with pendulums you have to place both of them. They're susceptible to maybe perhaps other destruction effects or stuff like that. But just being able to go 5 monsters, and then on top of that, where is it? Where's the special summon 5 card? This one, the Ride. Special summon 5 Valkyries, and then you have the other card where Valkyries cannot be destroyed by card effects, so and cannot be targeted. So you're basically pretty safe if you obviously set that card or have it perhaps set up for later. I'm not sure if it didn't actually specify if it was continuous trap or spell, but I'll get you guys that information ASAP. But definitely see Goddesses being potentially a really strong archetype. Let me know, guys, if they're really broken in the anime, because I mean, like with cards like the double battle phase, that is insane. Cool to see some of the ninja support too. I actually have some older videos from ninjas. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll also be linking that in the description box below. But it's really old. It's I would consider legacy, but at least they're getting a link monster. That's definitely cool. But again, we don't know the stats on it yet. Obviously, the monsters at a point can't be targeted or attacked. But then at that point, you can just kill Saizo. But again, if he has big stats, then he can be pretty good. But then, like I said, I wanted to also plug in this video It's the most broken and overpowered anime cards of all time. There's some pretty insane cards. I don't believe we put Godess at number 1. I won't spoil what number 1 is. I'll just leave it down below in the pinned comment section below. But there's some insane cards. Like, Card of Sanctity in the anime, each player just draws until they have 6 cards. Completely fair and balanced. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the vid. Let me know, guys, what your thoughts are on any of the cards that we talked about down below in the comment section below. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid. If you did, drop a like on it and make sure you're subscribed. I will update you guys as soon as we get the full information on some of the cards that I mentioned, because we didn't have artworks or we didn't have like full effects or stats on some of these cards. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.